So looking at radians, and radians is another way in which we can measure an angle, and 1 radian is represented here. It is the movement of 1 radius's worth around a circle. So here I have my arc length here is equal to the radius of the circle. That angle there would be equal to 1 radian. And in 1 full turn there are 2 pi radians, meaning that 2 pi in radians must be equivalent to 360 in degrees. If we divide both of those values by 2, we then also get this value here. Pi is equal to 180 degrees, and we can use that information to convert between radians and degrees. So here I have pi radians and 180 degrees. So to convert pi to 180 degrees, I'm going to have to multiply by 180, because I want 180 there, and I'm going to have to divide by the pi to get rid of it. And then if we go the other way, 180 degrees to pi radians, I'm going to have to multiply by a pi, because I want a pi there, and I'm going to have to divide by 180. And then if I was to do an example, so if I wanted to convert 90 degrees into radians, I'll multiply by pi over 180, so I'd have pi and then 90 divided by 180, which would give me pi over 2. And then if I want to go the other way around, so pi over 6, I want to convert that into degrees. I times by 180 over pi. The pi's will cancel out, leave me with 180 divided by 6, which would be 30 degrees. We can also sketch graphs in radians. So say I want to sketch the graph for y is equal to sine x for the range where x is greater than or equal to 0 but less than 2 pi. That 2 pi there tells me that I'm working in radians. So if we think about what our axes would look like for our sine graph, and so let's think about the normal key values we need. We need our -1 and our 1, and we would have 90, 180, 270 and 360. So let's think about what those values would look like in terms of radians. So remember, to go from degrees to radians, I'm going to take my degrees and multiply that by pi over 180. So 90 times by pi over 180 would give me pi over 2. 180 is just pi. 270 is 3 pi over 2, and 360 is 2 pi. So they are the units we're using. So we can get rid of those now. We don't need it in degrees, we've got it in radians, and then sketch your sine graph. So we know that it starts with 0, at 90 it's got a maximum of 1, then it's going to go through the axis here at pi, then go down to -1 at 3 over 2. I'm just going to mark it there so I can draw it in the right place, and then back up to the axis at 2 pi, and there we go, we sketched it. So then let's sketch y is equal to cos x plus pi, or 0 to 2 pi. So first of all, sketch y is equal to cos x. So pi over 2 being 90, pi being 180, 3 pi over 2 being 270, and 2 pi being 360. So cos starts at 1 here on the y-axis, 0 on the x. Then at pi over 2 we're going to go through 0. Then at pi we're going to go down to -1. Again, I'm just going to mark that point so I know where it is. Then I'm going to go back through the axis here at 3 over 2, and then I'm going to mark my point on for 2 pi. There we go. I need y is equal to cos x plus pi. So you need to think about what graph transformation is happening here, and it's this plus pi here. So x plus pi means that we are going to take pi from the x value, so it's a translation, and it's going to be minus pi in the x axis. If you want, actually do it on this graph here. So let's take pi away from all these. So I might actually just extend my graph slightly so I can see what it's going to be. So this one here is now going to be all the way over here. This pi over 2 is now going to be at minus pi over 2. this pi bit here is going to be at 0. So as you can see, and once we've drawn one coswave, we can then just repeat that. 3 over 2, the point there is now going to be at pi over 2. And then 2 pi is now going to be at pi. So now we just need to extend that on. We're going to go back down through the axis at 3 over 2, and then to minus 1 at 2 pi, like so. And then we can then just sketch that. So let's look at our red line. So again, put our 1 and minus 1 on the y-axis. So through here, then we're going through 0 here at x is pi over 2. Then when x is pi, y is 1. And then we go through the axis again at 3 over 2, and then we're down to minus 1 at pi over 2. And then just sketch that. And there we have it.